Alden Richards wants to bring back Aldub, but this time with someone new? Wait, could Alden Richards be ready to return to the world that made him a household name, but this time with a completely different leading lady? For years, fans have associated Alden Richards with one name, Maine Mendoza. Their Aldub era became one of the biggest love team phenomena in Philippine entertainment, creating memories that fans still talk about today. But now, imagine Alden stepping back into that world, not with the same partner, but with someone whose identity is still being kept under wraps. And that's where the mystery begins. A new chapter could be coming. Alden has already proven that he can succeed beyond Aldub. Over the years, he has taken on different roles, explored new projects, and continued establishing himself as an individual actor. But there is something undeniably powerful about the idea of returning to the love team format that helped define such an important chapter of his career. The difference? This time, the face beside him could be someone nobody is expecting. And so far, that person's identity remains a mystery. Who could it be? That's the question fans would immediately ask. Could it be a rising actress who has never been paired with Alden before? Could it be a familiar face from another network? Could it be someone completely new to the love team scene? Or could Alden be preparing to introduce fans to a partnership they never saw coming? At this point, the identity is still being kept secret, and that uncertainty is exactly what makes the possibility so intriguing. Imagine the first reveal. Picture the announcement, a dark screen, a few seconds of silence. Then Alden appears. The audience starts cheering, and suddenly another person walks into the frame. No name, no explanation, just one line. Are you ready for a new chapter? That single moment could send social media into a frenzy. Fans would immediately start guessing. Old photos would be compared, clips would be analyzed. Every possible actress would become a trending topic, and everyone would be asking the same question: who is she? This would be more than just another love team. If Alden really does return to the love team formula, it doesn't have to mean recreating Aldub. In fact, trying to recreate Aldub could be the biggest mistake. The new partnership would need its own identity, its own story, its own chemistry, its own audience, and most importantly, it would need to allow Alden to show a completely different side of himself. After everything he has experienced in his career, a new love team could represent a fresh beginning rather than a return to the past. But Aldub fans will definitely have questions. Of course, longtime fans aren't going to forget Maine Mendoza overnight. That's impossible. Alden and Maine created memories that became part of Philippine pop culture. So if Alden appears with someone new, fans will naturally compare the two partnerships. Will the chemistry be as strong? Will fans accept the new pairing? Could this become another massive love team phenomenon? Those questions will be impossible to avoid. But perhaps that is exactly what makes the situation exciting. Alden has nothing left to prove. Alden doesn't need another love team to prove that he's successful. He has already established himself as a major entertainer. That's why a new pairing could actually be interesting. He wouldn't be starting from zero. He would be bringing years of experience, maturity, and a massive fan base into something completely new. And if the mystery partner can match that energy, we could be looking at something special. The mystery is part of the fun. Right now, the biggest story isn't even the identity of the new partner. It's the fact that nobody knows. Mystery creates anticipation, and anticipation makes people pay attention. Fans don't just want the announcement anymore. They want clues. They want hints. They want to know who has been chosen. They want to know why Alden picked this person. And most importantly, they want to see what happens when the two finally appear together. Could this be the next big love team? It's too early to say. A partnership can look perfect on paper and still fail to connect with audiences. Another pairing can start unexpectedly and become a phenomenon. That's exactly what happened with Aldub. Nobody could have predicted how enormous Alden and Maine would become when their story first began. So perhaps the next partnership could surprise everyone in the same way. Maybe the person standing beside Alden isn't the obvious choice. Maybe that's the whole point. And that's where the waiting begins. For now, fans are left with questions. Who is the mystery person? When will Alden reveal her? Is this really the beginning of a new love team era? And could this new partnership become something bigger than anyone expects? We don't have all the answers yet. And honestly, that's what makes the wait exciting. Because the moment Alden finally reveals the person beside him, everyone will have an opinion. Some fans will be shocked, some will be excited, some will probably compare the new pairing with Aldub, and others will simply say, let's see what happens. One thing is certain. If Alden Richards is truly preparing to step into a new love team chapter, this isn't just about finding another partner. It's about creating something that can stand on its own. Aldub already belongs to history. The next chapter has to belong to Alden, and whoever is brave enough to stand beside him. So don't blink, because the biggest question isn't whether Alden can create another successful partnership. The real question is, WHO will be standing next to him when the curtain finally rises. And when that name is finally revealed, you can be sure the conversation won't stop there. The mystery has only just begun.